Sag and Sag rising. So Mercury is retrograde in your house of thinking and processing and integrating and your neighborhood and your siblings. I know astrology doesn't make a lot of sense and they throw all these things in this one house. The third house is all about your community. So where your neighborhood, right? Your community, your siblings is also the house of how you speak and how you communicate, how you write. It's the house of communication. It's the house of, your small mind. The ninth house is the higher mind. The third house is the smaller mind. The third house is elementary school. The ninth house is college. So with Aquarius packing that third house for Sag, you have a lot on your mind. You have a lot on your mind, a lot of things changing for you. Not all of it. I mean, I'd say most of it's positive. Most of it feels invigorating and interesting. But Mercury retrograde has you thinking hard about some stuff. And it may be that you're thinking hard about your reputation. Mercury is the ruler of your 10th house, and how you partner with other people, how you speak out to an authority figure. Like, are you being heard? That's a big theme with the third house. Am I being heard? And are people listening? And this could have to do with a partner, Sag. It could have to do with your boss. It could be that you are really struggling to be heard and validated by either one of those people in your life. Jupiter is pretty close to the sun still. The sun just passed through Jupiter, so it's still kind of carrying its sparkly, hopeful vibe. And Jupiter rules your whole chart. So I would say you are relatively optimistic right now. You're feeling relatively upbeat about where the world is going. And yet there's still a lot on your mind that is requiring a lot of thinking and a lot of processing and a lot of integrating. And I think that's true for a lot of us. Mercury retrograde this month in particular. And I think we are all recovering from the last year. Now, not to say that the COVID situation is 100% resolved, because it's not. People are still dying by the thousands. It's horrific. However, we have for the first time a functional vaccine. We have a new administration. No matter where you are on the spectrum of politics, a new administration is change. It's different. It's requiring us to think differently about our whole world, our nation, our community, our personal lives. It's requiring change all around. So do not underestimate the weightiness of what we have to integrate during this Mercury retrograde. I think that was the other motivation for me doing this course. This is, we're all processing a lot and we haven't even touched it's like the tip of the iceberg of processing. The gravity of 2020 is going to take us a couple of years to actually integrate. This is our first opportunity to have any distance from it. We're not that far from it, but any distance. So what I guess what I'm saying, Sag is the one who they carry sort of our worldview. Sag has the big picture. And at this moment in time, the big picture is really overwhelming, and it's okay to just want to narrow your focus, Sag, on your little small picture in your own life. You don't have to solve the world's problems, even though you probably could. You can just focus on your own neighborhood right now. And that way you are less likely to get completely overwhelmed. Because we just had Mars squaring Jupiter, the sun in Jupiter. Last week for Sag, it was like something big was happening, or something was blowing your mind a little bit. And so this is the week to kind of like, okay, take a breath. Let's just calm down. Let's just stay in the moment. This is the kind of thing I have in my Mercury retrograde course. It's a lot of mindfulness. It's a lot of sweeping in front of your own door. It's a lot of chop wood, carry water kind of stuff. I would advise that for Sag.